Right, today hopefully I'm going to change the back wheel on this bike. This is the original steel rimmed, chrome plated wheel, which has got rusty spokes. They're really thin spokes as well, but also it's taken a hit at some point, because you can see it's all scratched, but I wasn't bothered about that. I wasn't initially going to change this, but then I've got a new front wheel which is alloy with the motor on it, and this doesn't really fit with it anyway. But the thing is that it's slightly buckled. It hits the brakes. There's a point where it jams up there. So I've got a new one anyway, and I'm going to fit that. Right, this is the new back wheel. It's an alloy. It's single wall, but you know, it'll still be twice as strong as the original rear wheel, because the other rear wheel, it looks like the spokes have been pulled through the rim. So I'm pleased with what I've got here. Actually, it was only £19, so I didn't want to spend much money. In fact, originally, if it wasn't for the fact that it's got a kink in the wheel, I wouldn't be swapping it, I don't think. But it'll fit in better with the new alloy front wheel I've got, and hopefully it'll fit in okay. So I've got to transfer the freewheel over to this, and we'll see what it looks like. Right, this is the freewheel. It's a thing of beauty, really. I mean, it's it's like a watch, but I'm sure most of you have seen one of these. But this would have had 6 of those gears on it. I've removed the 3 from the right hand side here, left the 3 on the left. The one I'm using for the single speed is the middle one. The only reason I've left the other 2 on is because they're obviously the right size to use as spacers. So I used this one here. It lines up perfectly with the front chain ring. If ever you take one of these to bits, there's about 76 ball bearings inside here. They will all fall out and you'll have to find them. I did. But it's a lovely thing. I mean, so I split, obviously had to take it all to bits to get the remainder of these off. I was kind of scrambling around in the dark, really, so I went on YouTube and found quite a few videos helping me to know how to take this off for a start, off the wheel, and then how to strip it down. So I've done that. Did think about changing these 2 outer gears just for spacers, or even just taking the teeth off so they're just spacers, but what's the point? I mean, at some point I can swap these around if I wanted a different ratio. So I'm leaving it as it is. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to put this now on the new wheel. I've got my chain, I think call it a chain whip, or I think chain wrench. Anyway, the chain goes over one of the sprockets and you can tighten it up. It's actually, I've used it before on oil filters, things like that. I've got a bit of leather in there to protect the teeth on one of the gears that I'm not actually using, but I don't want it to snap off. So, and I'm just going to nip this up. It's the only way you can do it, really. So I'll just nip that up. So I managed to get it on the thread fine on the new wheel. So tighten that up and carry on. Yeah, that's all nipped up. That's great so far. Right, I'm learning something new all the time, actually, with these things. I'm no bike builder by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm so this this needs rim tape to stop the ends of the spokes from puncturing the inner tube. So I've got some rim tape here. I ordered it with the wheel. I've seen rim tape that sticks onto the rim. This is basically a big elastic band that stretches over. So which obviously does the same thing, but that's what I got anyway. Right, that's the rim tape on. It is riding up slightly on some edges because it's finding its own position, if you know what I mean. But I'm hopefully, when it's got the inner tube and the tar on, it'll centre it, or more anyway. But it's covered up the end of the spokes. Okay, fitted the tyre. We've got the freewheel hub on there. So just about to put it on the bike now. Right, wheels on. Went on great, no issues at all. Looks so much nicer than the old one. And it fits in with the new front one. The front ones are double walled. I mean, obviously a far better quality. But this back one, £19. Single walled, but great. You know, it's just what I wanted really. So it's and it runs great. So yeah, pleased with that. I think that might be it for the bike, but who knows? Who knows what I'll come across that needs adding or taking off or whatever. But I'm very pleased with that. Brilliant.